welcome to the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious show. So, our special guest for today is Jean-Jacques Charles.
Oh, thank you for inviting me here to your Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious show. It's such a pleasure.
So, Charles, I heard that you discovered the gas law, which got named after.
Yeah, well...
Oh, actually, a man by the name of Gay Lussac first published it, but he accredited its discovery to me. Charles' law, or my law, is also known as the law of volumes, and it states that, assuming that the pressure remains constant, the volume and the absolute temperature of a certain quantity of gas are directly proportional. The law applies generally to all gases, and also to the vapors of volatile liquids if the temperature was a few degrees above the boiling point. I remember when I conceived the idea, when I launched the world's first unmanned hydrogen-filled balloon in August 1783 with the Robert brothers. I thought that hydrogen would be a good lifting agent, which would allow the balloon to fly when heat was added, and by Jove, it did.
That was a remarkable story, Charles. Now that we're done introducing you, let's turn to the audience.
Hi, Mom. Okay, how did your gas law relate to the balloon experiment?
So we all know by now that Charles' law is basically when the volume of a gas changes when the temperature changes too. Balloons are actually a good example since their volume changes depending on whether they were cooled or heated. When you heat up the gas, the molecules that the gas is made up of move faster. In our balloon example, this increase in molecular motion causes the molecules to hit the sides of the balloon more often and with more force, making the balloon expand. But when you cool the balloon, it will have the opposite effect and decrease in size. For example, if we put the balloons in the freezer, when we come back for it, we will find the balloons have decreased in size. But when we add heat, such as in a hot air balloon, the size of the balloon gets bigger and bigger and yeah.
Thank you for that explanation. Now, let's move on to the next question.
I have a question, Mr. Cameraman. What is your formula po?
Well...
Okay, let me illustrate for you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, tune in next week for another episode of the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious show.